Good morning, everybody. JD here with your Money Fortress pregame market report. Today is Wednesday, December 18th. Yesterday was an interesting day. Every day is an interesting day in the markets from my perspective and the perspective of the Money Fortress. We took advantage of weakness at the open in anticipation of eventually a rally taking place in the back half of December that is yet to materialize. There seems to be quite a bit of trepidation in advance of the Federal Reserve policy decision that does come out today that has had investors nervous. The Dow Industrial Average being the one to really take it on the chin, down some 9 straight sessions. And in general, investors maybe are taking a wait and see approach. Be that as it may, we are getting into the period of lower volumes and lower volatility. The VIX, speaking of volatility, yesterday spiked above 15 and near 16, if not above 16. I didn't check the exact high for the day yesterday, but suffice it to say, we were well above 15 for much of the trading session. A last minute buying spree helped push our triple Q trade, again, that we entered into around 15 minutes after the market opened, or thereabouts, maybe a little bit earlier than that. Be that as it may, we did get into the triple Qs with the NASDAQ trading lower. So we got a good entry, uh, pretty much traded sideways most of the day, had some gains at some point, but it was a choppy session. So held throughout the day and exited for a 15 basis point gain when all was said and done. Now, moving on to today, just want to take a moment to talk about one of the key points in determining our and finding our arbitrage opportunities each and every day is the narrative. Every day when I arise, I look at the pre-market conditions, I look at overseas markets, and I look at the economic data that's coming out for the day, blend in a dash of earnings reports, and a narrative begins to take place. And when I see futures, including bond yields, reaction to whatever has taken place, if there isn't a match to my own narrative, then that's when an arbitrage presents itself. So today, I really want to stick to, and this might be counterintuitive, but um, I've been talking about a spike in volatility, and I firmly believe we've only just seen a preview of that with the volatility index moving up to 16 yesterday. Uh, the peak to me is going to be 18, if not above 20, sometime in the next 30 to 90 days. But in the immediate term, we, as I said, are moving past a major event this afternoon with the Federal Reserve policy decision and sliding right into the Christmas holiday week of trading, which is going to be a low volume, low volatility affair. And because of that, I'm finding my narrative in the my arbitrage opportunity to be in the volatility and fading volatility, looking for volatility to drop as it is this morning in the pre-market. The VIX is down some 3%, but the short volatility ETF is only up 2/3%. So it should be up much more and will be up much more to the extent volatility dips below 15, which I think it will do after the Federal Reserve policy decision this afternoon. Now it could be uh, the exact opposite. So I don't want to mislead anyone out there. Uh, when you're trading volatility, you are taking a little bit more risk. But as I said, given the I think getting past the Federal Reserve decision in general is going to be a good thing for volatility in terms of clamping down volatility. In other words, volatility is going to go lower. So I'm going to get into the SVXY this morning. We'll do that shortly after the market opens, and we'll just look to hold this throughout the trading day. Now, if we get a big move in the SVXY prior to the Federal Reserve rate decision, well, even better. Then we can lock in gains, remove a lot of that risk. I'm not looking for a grand slam home run here. I just believe pretty strongly in my own forecast as to what's going to happen. So if we can get anywhere between 50 and 100 basis points before the Federal Reserve decision, then I'll likely lock in the gain and not take the risk of going into the policy decision. There should be nothing new in the policy decision. I expect um, the Federal Reserve to be very, very conservative in its words, especially heading into what's going to be a volatile period in January. So there shouldn't be any surprises that spook the market, but I don't have a lot of confidence in Jay Powell. He has been known to screw things up in his press conference, so hopefully that doesn't happen today, assuming we hold on to the SVXY during that press conference. So, like I said, we'll get into the SVXY shortly after the open. Hopefully, we get a nice pop before the Federal Reserve meeting. I'm not expecting that, by the way. So to get the full juice, if you will, we're going to have to hold through this potentially risky period of the policy decision and press conference, but come out on the other side with an hour to go and be able to close this position as volatility starts to fade heading into the holiday season. That's all I have for today, folks. As always, I'll be back tomorrow to review today's trade and, as always, bring you the next arbitrage opportunity here in the Money Fortress. This is JD. Make sure you follow me on Discord to get explicit entry and exit instructions, and I will see you all tomorrow. Take care, everybody.